It is day 2 of the Republican National Convention, and Trump campaign officials say the president will play a more significant role. Tonight's theme is Land of Opportunity.
Much of the focus will be on the First Lady's closing speech, but another headliner is already getting criticism. CBS 4's Natalie Brand joins us live from Washington, D.C. with more on what to expect. Natalie.
Yeah, Lauren, Elliott, congressional Democrats and former diplomats are sounding the alarm tonight over the participation of Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who taped remarks while on a trip this week to the Middle East. This is a break in precedent for sitting secretaries of state, and he is one of the prominent speakers tonight, along with the First Lady.
A small group of attendees will be in the newly renovated White House Rose Garden tonight when First Lady Melania Trump takes center stage at the Republican National Convention.
Tonight she talks about being a mother. It's very uplifting. It's very positive.
Viewers will also hear from the president's children, Tiffany and Eric Trump. Also headlining the top U.S. diplomat, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who is facing criticism for breaking precedent with his expected appearance from Jerusalem.
This administration is willing to politicize the state of Israel. It's reckless. It is counter to the traditions of our country. It is counter to the mandates that he put forward to State Department personnel.
Secretary Pompeo recently sent cables to American diplomats around the world, warning them to avoid taking overt sides in the presidential campaign. But the RNC is defending Pompeo's appearance, saying the convention, not the taxpayers, paid for the production of his speech. The Democratic vice chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Joaquin Castro, has launched an investigation into the secretary's participation.
Last night, the featured speakers argued the country would be less safe and less financially secure if President Trump is not reelected.
In reaction, some Democrats referred to the night as dark and divisive, while Republicans said it was hopeful.
Last night was grim and spiteful and fear-inducing.
I disagree. I think last night was just very passionate. It was the opening night. There was a lot of energy.
Like night one, tonight's other speakers are expected to focus on the economy and President Trump's law and order message.
And there are 2 Florida names on the list of featured speakers tonight. That's former State Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is expected to take aim at the Biden family, according to a preview of her speech from the Trump campaign. Also, Lieutenant Governor Jeanette Nunez, who is expected tonight to share her story as the daughter of Cuban immigrants. Nunez, a Miami native and current co-chair of Latinos for Trump. Political analysts say her speech in part is likely targeted, geared for Miami-Dade County's population of Cuban-American Republicans. Elliott.
Natalie, thank you for that live report. And don't forget, CBS News will have special coverage of the Republican National Convention beginning at 10 p.m. right here on CBS 4.